I can't believe we both got the Stark internship.
Yeah, do you think we'll get to help Iron Man save the universe?
Probably not. All we'll probably do is get him coffee and stuff, but still.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're Team Iron Man. Everything is awesome when you're living our dream.
What's that?
I am a ghost from another world. Here I am weak, but with you, I can rule this universe.
Shelby, I don't feel so good.
What's wrong? Mr. Stark! Mr. Stark! Mr. Stark! Mr. Stark!
Finally, did you get my caramel macchiato with extra whipped cream? I'm trying to save the world here.
What? No, India got possessed by a ghost.
Who?
The other intern.
Oh, yeah, sure, alright. I'm a little busy, but I might have plans for a ghost removal tool around here somewhere in this mess.
Nope. Definitely not this. Ooh, shiny. This is a weapon, but not the one I'm looking for. Finally, the plans for the Super Ghost Extractor 3000 Turbo. Uh-oh, it says in order to calibrate the machine, I need to find the volumes of 6 different components, and all the instructions given me are graphs of cross-sections of the pieces. India is doomed. I have to calculate the volumes of these parts or my friend is as good as gone.
Oh, no way. The Kessel Run was way easier than that stuff.
Accio Harry Potter.
That won't work, you know.
Well, I need help. If you defeated the Dark Lord, then this should be a piece of cake.
Yum, cake? Accio cake?
I need to calculate the volumes of these pieces to save my friend.
Come on, what do you think they teach us at Hogwarts? But have you tried Expelliarmus? That works like 80% of the time for me.
Ugh, you're no help.
Whatever. Come on, Ron.
You developed all sorts of crazy technology. Can you build just one tiny Super Ghost Extractor 3000 Turbo for me?
Building a Super Ghost Extractor 3000 Turbo using calculus is an important life skill. I'll do you one better. I'll teach you how to do it yourself.
Okay, here's the first problem.
This graph shows a cross-section of one of the 5 shapes. This shape is infinitely flat, so we don't need to worry about volume calculations. First, we need to find the area of the shape. For these types of problems, always do top minus bottom or right minus left, and just stick that into a bounded integral expression.
Okay, that seemed pretty easy. The next graph has a similar shape, but it is rotated around the x-axis. That seems way harder.
Ha! Don't worry, it isn't so bad. We can use a handy trick called disk method. Pretend we are finding the area of infinitely small disks with radiuses equal to the height of the function. Following this logic, we can sum the volume of these small disks by plugging the area formula into a bounded integral and using the function dx as the height of the cylinders.
Oh, I get it. So if I was rotating the function around a y equals line, I would need to put everything in terms of y and use dy as the height of the cylinders.
Exactly! It looks like this next one is a little bit trickier though. This time we'll need to use the washer method since there's a hole in the center of our shape. For washer method, subtract the volume of the hole from the volume of the entire shape in your integral. A little distribution results in pi parentheses big R squared minus little r squared multiplied by the height. This expression goes in your integral.
Don't forget that the squareds go on each individual radius, not the entire big radius minus the small radius expression. This one seems confusing to do with washer method, since we are rotating around the y-axis. Is there an easier way to do this?
I'm so glad you asked. Shell method is just a fancy version of washer method. For this, instead of forming disks, we form shells with a circumference of 2 pi r, and dx represents the thickness of the shell. This makes up the integral expression you plug in and evaluate from the endpoints of your shape.
Wait, what do we do if the axis of rotation is not the x or y axis?
Don't worry, it's kind of simple. For this next volume calculation, 2 to the x with these bounds is rotated around the line x equals 4.
This is also our first question where everything is in terms of y. So make sure to convert 2 to the x to log base 2y equals x and calculate the integral bounds correctly.
Now, to calculate the radius of the shape, use the same principles of right minus left and top minus bottom. So here, we would subtract 4 minus log base 2y to get the radius. Now just plug everything into your integral expression with pi r squared times height. Okay, we only have one problem to go. It uses the same blueprint for the piece. This time, however, the graph acts as the base of a shape with square cross-sections when taken perpendicular to the y-axis. So this time we need to sum the volumes of the cross-sections to find the total volume. Each cross-section has an area equal to the base squared, and each base is equivalent to 4 minus log base 2y. We can use this logic to find the volume of any shape with known cross-sections, as long as we can create a formula for the area of the cross-sections.
Okay, this doesn't seem so bad. At least there aren't any pies involved with this one.
I love pie.
Wow, I can't believe you did it. Thanks, Batman. Now we can finally calibrate the Super Ghost Extractor 3000 Turbo and save India.
I am Batman!
Calibrating. Default settings are sufficient to run this device.
But what about all that calculus I just did?
Building a Super Ghost Extractor 3000 Turbo using calculus is an important life skill.
Whatever, I have to go save my friend. Look, India, I know you're in there somewhere. You have to fight it. Come on.
Did you honestly think that would work?
I don't know. It works in the movies.
That's not how possession works. Geez, Shelby. Looks like you're outnumbered.
Yeah, well, it looks like you're outnumbered now.
Wow, great comeback.
I sure hope this works on more than just ghosts.
You wouldn't capture Captain America, would you? I can feel the righteousness surging. Hey, you, want to have a rousing discussion about truth, honor, patriotism? God bless America.
No thanks.
Oh well, worth a shot.
Defeated by an incompetent child again.
Join the dark side.
Things at Stark Tower are worse than I feared.
I'll be back.
What happened?
Stuff happened.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah, well, I'm Batman.
And then I sucked the ghost right out of you.
That's crazy. This party would be better with some music. Electric Light Orchestras. Thanks, dude.
What's that sound?
It's the alarm clock.
I had the craziest dream.
Man, it was so pointless.
At least I learned some calculus.